Okay, so once again, welcome everybody. Welcome to your practice, welcome to your mat. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Bianca and I'll be guiding you through the next 45 minutes. So we're going to be doing a Vin to Yin practice. So basically starting off with a nice Vinyasa energy building flow and then ending off with a Yin restorative practice. We will be holding the shapes for a little bit longer to relax the body. For those of you that might be suffering with some injuries or any pain of any sort, so just take care of yourself. A reminder that this is your practice, this is your time, so you know your body best. Know when to back off, know when to push a little bit further. And if there are any issues along the way with sound, with visuals, just let me know in the chat and I'll try and rectify it as much as possible. So we'll be starting today in Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose. So you can just come to kneeling, sitting on your knees, big toes together. Allow the pelvis to sink down towards the heels. And then close the eyes, allow the palms of the hands to draw up towards the ceiling, just resting on top of the legs. And take a moment to arrive here on your mats today. Take a moment now to draw your attention and your awareness inwards as you observe your breathing. As you notice the expansion of the chest and of the belly with every inhale, and the gentle contraction as you exhale. Take a moment now to set an intention for your practice. So this is where we ask ourselves what resonates with us in this moment. How would we like to dedicate this practice to something specific today? And if not, that's totally fine, there's no pressure here. At your next exhale, gently opening the knees, bring the body all the way forward, child's pose, and you reach the fingertips to the top of your mat. Allow the forehead to rest heavy onto the floor. Finding extension, elongation in the spine. We have 3 breaths here. Take a big inhale as you start to deepen the breath. And exhale out. Big inhale through the nose, deepen. Exhale out. Last one, inhale. And exhale out. With your next inhale, drawing yourself up to tabletop position, you can gently blink the eyes open if you would like. And then we just start to take the body over each wrist as we circle the body. So bringing the weight into the right wrist, into the left wrist. You can move as slow as you would like as we start to introduce some movement. Moving in any direction. shoulders and the wrists wake up, maybe even getting the hips involved slightly. And we come back to tabletop position. Inhale for cow as you drop the belly, lift the chin and the chest. Exhale for cat as you round the spine, really spreading the fingertips, pushing into the palms of the hands. Twice more, just like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Think of articulating every vertebra of the spine as you move. Inhale and exhale. Back to center, tabletop position. Inhale as we kick the right leg all the way behind us. We bend the knee, so facing the foot up towards the ceiling, and then just taking a few hip rotations here. So starting to move the hip from side all the way back towards the ceiling. Think of plugging the hands into this floor and then reversing that movement, going the other way. Beautiful. Gently coming back to center as you straighten through the right leg, floating the toes down to the floor. Inhale, left arm rises for a gentle twist. Exhale as you thread the needle underneath. We move with our breath. Inhale, lifting the left arm. Twist. Exhale, thread underneath. Or one more. Inhale, lift and twist. Exhale as you thread. This time we hold, so placing the left side of the face onto the mat. You can reach the right fingertips forward, or if it's available to you, maybe taking the hand over the lower back towards the left hip. So find your balance here. Find that counterbalance in the left shoulder and in the right toes. With your next inhale, coming back to center, all the way back to tabletop position. We move on to the other side, left leg extends behind us, bending the knee, taking those hip rotations. And then gently going the other way, reversing the movement. Beautiful. As we extend the left leg behind us, floating the toes down, right arm rises, inhale, twist. Exhale, thread the needle underneath the left armpit. Twice more like that. Inhale, connect your breath to your movement. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And then as we exhale, we place the right side of the face down on the mat. Again, a moment to settle, either reaching left fingertips forward or taking it all the way over and across the lower back. Gently coming back to center, back to tabletop position. We tuck the toes here and we hover the knees for a count of 5. So the knees are just about 2 centimeters off of the floor. As we start to engage the core here, engaging the legs. 3 more breaths. Inhale, and as you exhale, downward facing dog, sending the hips up and back. So you can keep the knees bent for your first dog of your practice. If you feel you need to, maybe pedal out the legs, bend the one knee, bend the other. And then we find some stillness in our down dog. So a quick checklist, taking the feet hip width distance apart, toes facing forward, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. We think of pressing the sitting bones onto the ceiling, so we flatten out the lower back. And if you find your lower back is rounding, maybe bend the knees a little bit more. Pressing into the hands, spreading the fingers, and allowing the back of the neck to completely soften and relax as we shake the head out. With your next inhale, gazing forward, walking the feet towards the hands at the top of your mat. Halfway lift as we bring fingertips towards shins. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale all the way up, find a high mountain. Root to rise as we gaze up towards the ceiling. Mountain pose, Tadasana, bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra at your sternum. Take a moment to settle onto the soles of the feet, just close the eyes. Feel all four corners of the feet ground into the floor. And we prepare ourselves for our Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A. Inhale all the way up, high mountain. Exhale as you fold. Stepping back, find a plank pose. Inhale here as you exhale, Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin, so lower the knees. Elbows in towards the waist, chin, chest lowers, and then roll the body forward as you inhale for baby cobra. Untuck the toes, little to no weight in the hands. Think of lifting the chest and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Beautiful, gently rolling. Coming back into downward facing dog, tuck the toes. Gazing forward. Stepping forward, find a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale all the way up, high mountain. Root to rise. Back to Tadasana, mountain pose, that's round one. Moving with your breath, inhale as we find our flow. Exhale as we fold. Stepping back, plank pose once again. So for round two, you're welcome to take Ashtangasana. If it's available to you and you would like to go there, maybe throwing through a chaturanga as you keep the knees lifted, elbows in towards the waist, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Lifting the chest wherever you are, and then we meet in that downward facing dog once again. A big inhale, big exhale, stepping forward, forward fold. Rolling all the way up, high mountain as we rise. Tadasana, we arrive. One more round, inhale as we sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, plank pose. Again, your choice, either on or off the knees, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just a reminder, at any time you can skip out this vinyasa flow, you can come straight to downward facing dog if you feel you need it. We gaze forward, we step upward jump this time, find a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up, high mountain, root to rise. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, Utkatasana as we sweep the arms up, sinking nice and low. Sitting into your chair. So chair pose, think of bringing the weight into the heels as we lift the toes up slightly. And we almost want to create this lightning bolt with our bodies. One more breath in. As you exhale, lower down, forward fold. Stepping back with your plank. Inhale, chaturanga of your choice. Flow through your version of your vinyasa or straight to down dog. Beautiful. Take a moment to settle. To your next inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog, all the way up. Exhale, step forward for a low lunge. Inhale, root to rise, high lunge as we lift the arms all the way up. So in your high crescent lunge, back knee is slightly bent, just to find some elongation and space in the left hip. Beautiful. Bringing the hands towards Anjali Mudra. Take a moment, inhale and exhale. Inhale, arms to rise all the way up. We find a one-legged Tadasana as we shift the weight into that right foot. Maybe you need to take a little step or a little hop to find yourself here, left knee into the chest. Warrior 3 as we start to kick that left leg all the way back. Body comes to a capital T, find a moment, find your shape. Gently floating the toes all the way back behind you. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, open into a warrior 2, sinking nice and low. So checking your alignment just for a moment in your warrior 2. Deep bend into that right knee. All 5 toes on the left foot are rooted into the floor. Inhale, reverse your warrior up and back, right arm lifts. Exhale, coming back, warrior 2. Taking the arms behind you, clasping the hands, puffing the chest, so squeezing shoulder blades together once again. And then as we exhale, humble warrior, we take the shoulder towards the right knee. So it's not ostrich, we're not bending into the middle, we're bending over towards that right foot. Relax the back of the neck. Beautiful, gently releasing the hands, placing the hands down, flipping the toes, stepping back. Plank pose, chaturanga, or straight to downward facing dog. We go straight away onto the other side. Left leg rises, 3-legged dog. Beautiful. Stepping forward. Inhale, high lunge. Slight bend in that back knee. Anjali Mudra with the arms. Shifting forward, one-legged Tadasana onto the left foot this time, right knee into the chest. Find a moment, draw that knee in. As you exhale, warrior 3. Kicking right leg all the way behind you. Gently stepping that foot behind you, floating it down. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, warrior 2 on the left this time, so you probably are opposite to me. I'll just switch out so you can mirror me. Deep bend to the left knee, inhale, reverse your warrior. Back to center, warrior 2. Taking arms behind you, puff the chest. This time we take the chest over towards the left knee, fold, humble warrior. Beautiful, gently releasing the arms, releasing the back foot, swiveling onto your toes, stepping back, plank pose, chaturanga of your choice. Beautiful, take a moment, take a breath. Inhale, gazing forward, step up or jump, forward fold. All the way up, high mountain. Tadasana, mountain pose. Settle in and take a breath. So now you're a bit more familiar with the flow. We go once again, round 2. Inhale, arms to rise, high mountain. Exhale. So in this round, can you find that continuous motion? Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Right leg rises, 3-legged dog. Stepping forward, low lunge. Inhale all the way up, high lunge. Bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra as we launch forward, one-legged Tadasana, left knee in. Beautiful. Find your sense of flow. So as you arrive into your shape and you find the end of the shape, you're moving into the next. Open warrior 2 on the right. Reverse your warrior up and back. Beautiful. Humble warrior, we prepare, taking the arms behind us. Exhale, fold. Now we add a little pose here. So releasing the hands, preparing yourself for half moon. So just taking the right fingertips towards maybe like a foot's distance further from your foot. And then when you're ready, we're lifting the left leg all the way up, open the hips. Drawing left fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. And whatever is available to you, you're either keeping this right knee bent, if you need to find your fingertips on the floor, or you can extend it and maybe find a sense of balance, peeling the fingertips off of the floor, bringing the arms to 6 and 12. Beautiful. When you're ready, chamber that left knee behind the right for a Shiva squat. And then stepping back, find a plank pose, chaturanga, flow through your vinyasa, or straight to down dog. Beautiful. A breath in and a breath out. We have one more side, one more round to go. Left leg rises, three-legged dog. Stepping forward, low lunge. Inhale to rise, high lunge. Send energy out of the fingertips. Anjali Mudra. One-legged Tadasana. Right knee into the chest. Warrior 3 as we start to bend. And it's really active in the back foot here as we find the balance by flexing the back foot, gently placing the foot back down, high lunge. Open, warrior 2 on the left. Reverse, up and back. Back to warrior 2. Prepare yourself, humble warrior. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. From here, releasing the hands, half moon on the other side, so taking left fingertips out just beyond the left foot. And when you're ready, right leg rises, lifting the right arm up to join. And now you'll see this leg that's extended, we're opening the hip. So I want you to think of the front of the hips, both shining forward. So you're not closing the hip, but you're opening it. Flexing the back foot, finding balance here. Maybe peeling the fingertips off if you did so on the other side. Shiva squat as we chamber the knee behind. Stepping back, plank pose. Last chance for your chaturanga. Flow through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale. And exhale. We're going to find ourselves in a seat, so if you want to hop through or make your way with as little effort as possible onto your sitting bones. Taking the legs out in front of you, extending the knees. So we start to transition into a bit more of a restorative practice. So if you would like to grab a pillow, or if you have a yoga block handy, placing the pillow underneath the knees. You don't have to do this. You can also take the arms underneath the knees and fold that way. Just providing us with a little bit more support. Inhale here, as you exhale, fold the body over. Now we've created a lot of activation in the body, so can you take this time now to soften? Making your forward fold a bit more passive, just allowing the upper body to completely flop over. Bring some space into the back body. Can you soften the back of the neck, allow the head to hang heavy? When you're ready, gently roll the spine up. Nice and slow. Bring yourself back to an upright seat. And just removing the pillow out from underneath you. We bring the soles of the feet together. Just going to turn to face you. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So your choice, you can either bring the heels further away from you for a bigger shape in the legs. This is a bit more restorative, so I encourage this shape. Otherwise, you can bring the heels closer together, going a little bit deeper into the hips. Wherever you are, we clasp the hands, placing it underneath the toes. Inhale here as you exhale, elbows out, round the spine forward. Now the nature of the yin practice is to hold the shapes for an extended amount of time. And we do this in order to access the body a little bit deeper, so on a bit more of a subtle energetic layer. So it's less about the aesthetic of the physical shape, but really more about tuning in to see how it all feels. And using the breath to guide you further and deeper. With your next inhale, gently roll the spine up. As you take the right leg out towards the side. And once again, if you do have a pillow, you want to use it, you can place it underneath that knee. Bringing the elbow onto the thigh or onto the shin, wherever's comfortable, and then just resting the head in the hand. Opposite arm rises all the way up, and then placing that arm, or the upper arm, onto the side of the head. So you're almost cradling the head in between the arms. You should find a really nice stretch into the left side of the body. Close the eyes, which feels good for you. You stay for 2 more breaths. Let's take them together as we inhale. As we exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming back up, returning back to center. Releasing the prop from underneath you. And we bend this right knee all the way behind, so you're almost creating 2 triangle shapes with the legs. Taking the fingertips towards the left knee, and then folding forward. So you can either place the forehead all the way down onto the floor. If you want a little bit more support, maybe stacking fists on top of each other, forehead on top of fists. Again, close the eyes, find a moment. We stay for 2 more breaths. Can you maybe go a little bit deeper, reaching the fingertips further forward, releasing the forehead even more. And then with your next inhale, gently roll the spine up. We're just going to take these 2 shapes on the other side, so taking your prop. Left leg extends out to the side. Support yourself if you need to. And when you are ready, find your side bend. You can close the eyes. Taking your last breath here. And then slowly, when you're ready, coming out of it. Back to center, release the pillow. The same thing, we bend that left knee. Taking our bodies over towards the right. And I'll see what you need on the side, either taking a bit of a different variation. Although we aim for balance, our right and our left side are not the same. So maybe the shape feels a bit more or less accessible to you. The last 2 breaths here, can you deepen into the shape? And then very gently with your next inhale, roll yourself up. Taking the knees together, give yourself a tight squeeze, hug your knees into the chest. Dropping the head down, chin towards the chest. And then very slowly with control, roll the spine all the way down onto the mat. find your spinal twist. So left leg extends down, right knee into the chest for a moment. Exhale, twist over, allow the leg to drop. Bringing the right arm towards the side. You can fix your gaze over towards the right fingertips if it's comfortable for the neck. And we won't be here for too long, it's just a bit of a reset for the lower back. In your own time, switching out the legs, left knee in, right leg extends. And then spinal twist over. Taking the head over towards the other side. And slowly and gently coming back to center. Both knees in towards the chest, give yourself a tight squeeze. Really hugging yourself in, lifting the head and the shoulders. One more inhale, and as you exhale, find your Shavasana. Extending the legs down, lying flat on your back. If you're finding some sensation in the lower back and you would like some support, then you're welcome to place the pillow underneath your knees here. Just taking some pressure off that lower back. You can take some time to settle, to shuffle around, to really flatten out the whole back body onto the floor. As you find your sense of comfort, allow yourself to settle into stillness. This is now the time where the whole practice integrates and we come back to ourselves. Taking up as much space as you need on your mat. Bringing the palms to face up. Creating space in the neck as you flatten out the shoulder blades, shoulders away from the ears. And then close the eyes if they aren't already. Allow yourself to sink into your final relaxation. slowly start to come back. Keeping the eyes closed, just becoming aware of the body lying on the floor, the parts of the body touching the floor. As you expand your awareness towards your external space, and if you have a few moments longer and you would like to stay in your Shavasana, please. There's no rush. You can stay for as long as you need. Otherwise, if you are ready to close your practice off, just gently start to wake the body up by rubbing the fingertips together, wiggling the toes, maybe rocking the head from side to side. And then we roll over towards the left side. Keeping the eyes closed, you can just prop yourself or your head onto your bottom arm. Very slowly and gently, eyes still closed, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Easy cross-legged position. We bring the arms together, or palms together rather, fingertips at your sternum. Anjali Mudra. A moment of gratitude and appreciation for your practice. For taking this time and space to be on the four corners of your mat. And taking what we learned on the mat, off the mat. You can gently bow the forehead to fingertips as you seal it all in. And when you're ready, you can gently blink the eyes open, bringing yourself back. There's no rush, take your time. From me to you, thank you so much for joining from wherever you are in the world. It's always an honor and a privilege for me to share my practice with all of you from all over the world on this app. Very grateful for the community and the space that it has provided me with. And while you're coming back to your space, I'm just going to take this time to express if you enjoyed this session and you haven't given my profile a follow, then you can do so. And this will just keep you up to date with any future classes I teach live on this app. I usually teach around twice a week. One more vinyasa-based class, one more yin-based class, and sometimes I try and combine the two like I did today. And then other than that, there's lots of pre-recorded meditations up on there that you can practice at any time when it feels comfortable for you. And then lastly, I would also just like to extend my gratitude to everyone that has donated in this session, in previous sessions. Although this is a free app, the donations really do make a difference in all the teachers and being able to continuously share our practices with all of you. So thank you so much. And I'll just keep this live open for a few more moments if anybody has anything to share, anything at all. Thank you so much, Jane. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad it served you. Okay, I think everyone is on their yoga high. Have a beautiful day, have a beautiful evening wherever you are. Hope to practice with you all soon again, and sending lots of love. Thank you all.